Meet the Ford Ranger Super Duty, the toughest Ranger ever built. For 2026, Ford took its best-selling Ute and rebuilt the frame, axles, and suspension to handle serious weight. That gives it a 4,500 kilogram gross vehicle mass, enough to carry loads that would break a standard Ute. Fill the tray with timber, and it barely settles, with payload sitting near 2,000 kilograms. The Super Duty name once belonged only to Ford's giant American trucks. Now it sits on something smaller. It wears a cab chassis tray here, so subscribe to see if it can really outwork a LandCruiser. Up front, the blocked-out grille and raised bumper give it the stance of a truck a full size larger. The blue oval sits proud at the center, a name buyers trust when they tow. Even the details are stamped for the part, Super Duty pressed into the metal itself. A small touch, but it says this Ranger was built to work hard. Bring on the heavy, Ford says, and it means it. Brake towing is rated at 4,500 kilograms, with an 8,000 kilogram combined mass, so truck and trailer stay legal together. From the side, the ride height is obvious, on 33-inch all-terrain tires and 18-inch wheels. Those chunky tires are standard, not an accessory you add later. This is where it belongs. Beneath it sit heavier axles, thicker drive shafts, and 8-stud wheel hubs, the kind of hardware you normally find on a commercial truck. Underneath, the upgraded suspension does the quiet work that lets it carry so much. A raised air intake lets it breathe through deep water. It will wade through 850 millimeters of it, then climb a slope like this. Inside, the work truck hardware meets a familiar Ranger cabin, anchored by a 12-inch portrait touchscreen running Ford's latest connected software. The driving position is high, commanding, built for long days. The seats are hard-wearing rather than plush, trimmed for mud and tools, not showroom shine. Trailer aids like Pro Trailer Backup Assist live on that screen. Behind the cab, the tray sits high and flat, ready for a service body or a load. At the back sits a recalibrated trailer brake controller and a rating that lets you tow a heavy caravan legally. Full-time 4x4 and locking diffs front and rear mean little stops it. Early reviews call it planted and hard to stop, though the weight blunts the pace. That is the honest trade. 154 kilowatts is modest here, so it is built to pull hard, not to sprint. For the buyer who needs a real workhorse, that is a fair deal. It outmuscles even a Toyota LandCruiser 70 series on paper, and if that battle interests you, our LandCruiser review is next.